we're going to be talking about a process that is, body-based or an arts-based pedagogy, or this drama-based instructional practice. That's what we call it in the US. We're trying to use this term body-based pedagogy here. And we're, again, thinking about it very specifically in numeracy education.
This project uses DBI, which is an acronym for drama-based instruction. In South Australia, we refer to it as body-based teaching and learning. It really means utilising the skills that trained actors and drama professionals have in the teaching and learning environment, so that children include all their bodies in the learning experience. Artists can bring something different to the learning environment, and that's what we're keen on exploring and developing further through this project.
When we arrive at Modbury Primary School, it's always, "Hi Eliza, hi Joy." They can't wait to participate, I think, in the sessions that we have.
And we come in every few weeks with the students, and then on the alternating weeks we do a planning session with the teachers. And it's really about how to encourage this kind of creativity in numeracy teaching, and how to make maths a little bit more physical and a little bit more embodied and a little bit more understood.
I've really loved working with another artist, really collaborating at a deep level with them in terms of the planning. I've also found it really fun.
The students kind of spontaneously said that they really enjoyed the classes with me because maths became so interesting and fun, and they sort of talked about, how much they looked forward to me coming to the class and helping them, learn about maths in ways that gets them off, onto their feet and out and being active with their learning.
We're offering them a different way of learning, and I think at session 4 they're really starting to run with the idea that maths can be fun, or numeracy can be fun.
I've seen it impact on the children's learning in their sort of attention that they bring to an inquiry. The students are really interested, they're really attentive, because they see real problems being presented to them, and they're encouraged to find ways to explore sometimes the answer or various answers, but using their bodies and working with another person or working with a whole class.
So often when I've taught, you come in, you do the workshop, you do the games or you do the creative stuff, and then you leave, and you don't ever get a chance to really reflect and make the connections with the students and sit and go, here was the learning, here was that, that really fun thing that we just did. Well, actually it was about this and this and this.
I think the greatest impact that it's had on me and what it's going to bring to my future work is sort of a methodology and a framework that I can see my work, my teaching artist work in.
My greatest learning has been around understanding how to design creative and interesting lessons for students that, makes the most of the content that they have to understand, but does it in ways that are really physical, that get them away from their desks and up on their feet and learning with their body as well as their mind.
The new teaching tools I'm using is that DAR that Katie has kind of set up in her theory, which is the describe, analyse and relate, which is that reflection process, which is so key, I think, to all the creative work that we do. It has to sit hand in hand equally.
It's about the methods of instruction that I think I've really started to develop new ways of thinking about that and working with teachers to sort of co-construct that, and that's been really quite a dynamic shift in how I'm working.
So the teaching tools that I've been using here at Westlake Shore have included drama-based exercises and activities, and the focus of them has been very much on students understanding academically, aesthetically and also effectively in their own selves, so that these 3 parts of their development come into their learning. So the tools are different kinds of games, different kinds of strategies where content can be learnt and taught, but there's a whole other dynamic to the learning that the students have at the same time.
The process for me is the DBI strategies, or the way that you approach each session and the planning and the ideas has really stretched my creative practice in a way that I find really exciting, where I can't wait to go into another school and start responding and working and provoking, and yeah, it's just a really engaging way of learning.
What we'd like to do is to get as many partners as possible to come on board with us and to see this particular process grow so that as many children as possible get really exciting learning experiences through creative practices in their schools.